giggity.
Yeah.
That, I'm not home very much. So when I'm here now and I'm like, okay, I've got all of my businesses turns out non-essential, right?
Yep.
So what am I going to do? Like, I'm used to going, either I'm at the coffee shop or, the dog's awake. Morning, dude. He just looked at me and burped in my face. Like, that was awfully nice.
Is that a metaphor for something?
No, actually. So I'm always either, the coffee shop or the wine booth or the pedal trolley or there's all different kinds of things that I'm doing or there's places to go and things to do. And then now you wake up and you're like, okay, day 3, here we go. Like, there's nothing to do. So it kind of drives me a little crazy.
My God, we're only on day 3.
I know.
I think it's
you had one of the
3.
very funniest Facebook posts when this whole thing came down and it said we're going to go into this safe home lockdown quarantine, whatever the hell it's called. Your Facebook post said, and it was announced as it's going to be for 3 weeks, which is 21 days. I did the math. It's 21 days.
Yeah.
And your Facebook post was, I don't know what my wife is going to do with me for 14 days.
Well, I just put the 14 days before she said it was 21 days, and I'm like, God, 3 weeks?
Yeah,
I'm like, your wife is going to kill you by day 15. I love that. My odds were like by day 4.
I don't know. I don't know how I come out of this alive. I mean, if we're just being honest.
There's going to be a lot of divorces.
Yeah, of course
there is. A lot of
there
divorces. Oh, yeah.
A lot of divorces and a lot of kids in 9 months.
Somebody, my friend told me that in Pennsylvania, they closed down all the liquor stores, and over the weekend, the domestic violence went up 23%.
Oh, yeah.
Well, those liquor stores, like in Pennsylvania, you have to go to like the state liquor store. It's all state ran. So they don't sell, a bottle of vodka or Captain inside the store. You got to go to one of their state-owned stores. They've somehow in Michigan we've deemed liquor stores essential and medical marijuana and recreational marijuana stores.
I know, but your coffee shop is not. That's what cracks me up.
Yeah. Well, I think it technically is. Weird enough, I think that I could be serving because there's another coffee shop in town that's serving, but like, yeah, that's a whole nother.
I can see the marijuana. The liquor store cracks me up. I mean,
you can see the marijuana?
I can see it because you've got. I mean, yes, I realize that the most of it is for medicinal purposes or is not for medicinal purposes. It's recreational, but you still have some of those that are. It's just the liquor store cracks me up because
you try walking around a bedroom. You try walking around a bedroom for 4 or 5 hours without smoking a bowl. Let me see how you like it.
Is it your bedroom? That's the question, Shawn. Is it your bedroom?
Maybe.
What's
he doing?
What was that sound that just happened?
It was
drinking my water.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand. And then they came out with this conversation that Michigan marijuana usage was the highest in the country during the lockdown. And like Denver is like the marijuana capital of the world. Or Colorado in general, but Michigan consumed more marijuana during the first couple days of the shutdown.
We have those things truly on not even like on every corner. There's some of them that are sharing corners. There are so many of them around here. I mean, what was it in Pinconning? An entire bowling alley closed down so that they could grow it.
This always cracks me up though when we talk about that stuff, like save the bowling alley. Like the people who had it was when the friggin' Texan, when we were getting rid of the Texan and people were like picketing to save the Texan. Guess what, dumbass? The people who own the Texan want to sell the Texan.
Oh yeah,
they were old. They were an older couple, weren't they? They were ready to retire, and they got like triple the money. I mean, right. CVS paid them really good. These
places that are selling to the marijuana or the cannabis industry, because people who smoke it, they're like, dude, it's not marijuana, it's cannabis.
Right, yeah.
The cannabis industry, when they come to buy your stuff, like they're buying it for big prices. Like nobody's getting screwed, like having to close their family bowling alley because the cannabis industry moved in and took them out of business. That's not a thing. Like they're getting paid very well for their buildings.
Right. No, I have a friend, and his family owns a huge amount of farmland. And they have a house that's on it. And I guess one of the industries approached like his parents and said, we're going to offer you, I don't know the number, but you're getting so much per acre if you were to sell it off as just, land estate. But we're going to give you 4 times the amount.
Yeah.
And so my buddy's mom came to him and said, I don't really support the marijuana industry and everything they're doing, so I don't think I'm going to take it.
That's when
And
you
he
kill her.
said,
That's how
That's
she
exactly
dies.
right. That's exactly right. I'm going to need you to sign your will, and then I'm going to need you to drink this.
I'd,
'Cause-
I'd sell my dad's ashes for 4 times the amount if that's what they want. You know what I mean? Like, here, take them. I don't got any use for it. Like, if you're going to pay that much for it.
I'd sell my dad for 4 times.
So that whole conversation, you know, all the way down Euclid, and think about every one of those cannabis places that have popped up, and the building that they popped up in hasn't been anything since I've lived here for 15 years.
Right.
I mean, that little building, well, count them. I mean, after Wilder, if you're headed north on Euclid and then it turns into Huron there's 2 or 3 of them right there. That Dispo, and then there's a House of Fire or something. Neither one of those businesses were ever, I don't ever remember there being a business in that building since I've been here for 15 years. If they were all building these gigantic shaped buildings, then I could say, okay, well, that's ridiculous. But they're going into buildings that have been nothing for 15 years.
Yeah, you can pretty much sit in your car and say, Siri, find me local cannabis store, and they're going to tell you you're sitting next to one.
You're next to one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're calling while at the counter. Yeah, they're that plentiful. It's crazy.
And I think we've
Siri, take me to a cannabis store. You have arrived.
You have arrived, right? I mean, so but I think they've done a good job. You know, they blocked the one from going into downtown there, right at the corner. I mean, I think that they've been you know, mindful of where they're going, and they don't.
So if I was a restaurant down there, which there are quite a few of them, I would be like, no, we want that.
Right.
Look at the you know, I know it's a very cliche, but the munchy element to it. Set yourself up with a grocery outlet next to it.
Yeah. Every time I've ever done marijuana, every time I've ever done the dope, the munchies are not the problem. The cottonmouth is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Really?
It has been a long time. I mean, it's funny because with the music that I play and being from that genre, everybody thinks everyone's a pothead or doing heroin or something. But mine goes back to like just not long after high school. So I mean, yes, they did have it back then. And
you haven't done marijuana since high school?
It was
Grow up, John.
I lost feeling in my legs. Yeah. I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
You must have had some good stuff.
I felt like I was fine. We were at a party and I felt like I was fine and we were going to head out and go do something, and I'm driving, and then all of a sudden I can't feel my legs anymore. And I had to literally pick up my leg and push down on the brake pedal in order to get down off to the side of the road. Had my buddies come, and they're laughing their ass off, and they just basically pick me up like I'm a quadriplegic, throw me in the back of the truck, and we continue on. But I'm like, man, I'm done.
Yeah.
I woke up underneath a car on Hamilton Street once.
The question is, were you there first, or was the car there first?
I was there. I don't know.
Do you remember crawling under the car?
Not really. A little bit. It was I just learned to not like have friends that come from Las Vegas. Oh, try this. Sure.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Well, the other thing is what's happening now. I mean, like, I don't know. Edibles might have been a thing when I was in high school, but I never heard of them. Like, we used to just smoke it, right? And then you got like happy and like you started laughing a lot. Well, the stuff that I ate, thinking it was CBD oil, sent me into years of psychiatry, I think. I mean, it messed me up good.
Yeah. Yes. My very favorite childhood memories are 7th and 8th grade and playing Nerf basketball. And my buddies, he had a big family room, and his mom was a alcoholic that did bartending during the day, so she was never home. And his sister always had.
Like, if you could go back in time now, I bet you his mom was hot.
You know what? As I picture it, she was not.
Really?
No, she was not. But we'd smoke his sister's stuff and play Nerf basketball and listening to Aerosmith just all day long, full contact Nerf basketball. Best time of my life, man. Best time of my life.
You were getting high in the 7th grade?
Dude, it's because Star Wars was the only movie playing in the entire
And then we looped back, and that's the end of the show. Folks, have a great day. I don't know how we go on from that. Yeah, it's because I could only watch Star Wars. And that stupid Coyote Bird Dog show that keeps going on.
I'll send you a link.
Thank you.
I was in high school first time.
Yeah, I think
Wait.
We still
The
talking
first
about
time
weed?
you were in high school, or the first time you had weed in high school?
First time in high school.
Okay.
No, first time I touched the dope. As Sharrow said, the dope.
The reefer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we do another one of these, I'll have to tell you my experience. But it was, I truly believe that the stuff in these edibles today is not the same stuff that I remember in high school. Like it had a different effect. Like I could see things from a long ways away, and I could see sounds. I mean, it was.
I could see sounds. That's an awesome statement.
I could see the sounds coming out of the ambulance, but it's a whole nother story for another day. But I don't remember how we got here. How did we get here?
I don't know. Remember?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm too stoned.
This just, you know what? This just needs to be called the idiotic rabbit hole. That's what this is.
Yeah.
This is a idiotic rabbit hole.
Well, and it's going to continue. If we continue to do this, it's just a matter of
I hope we do. It got me out of bed.
And something positive other than this gleamy doom that we hear everywhere else. So I don't know how we're gonna. I mean, I don't know much, right? We figured this out last night, and there's some equipment still on the way for some of the other people. John ordered a little USB microphone, and
that Amazon said will be here sometime in 2022.
Yeah, well, I heard that's a thing though. Like they're not sending anything that's non-essential out of their warehouse.
This Prime shipping is not working to my advantage anymore.
No.
What if you added ketchup to your cart? Would they send it with the ketchup? That's essential, right? You gotta have ketchup. Send the microphone with the ketchup.
I like your loophole thinking there, Sean. Look at that. You're
gotta
actually
try.
waking up.
You gotta try once in a while.
Send
And just for the record, I'm not stoned. That was a joke earlier. I don't want people. Oh my God, Doyle.
Yeah, you don't want both of the people that are going to listen to this thinking you're dying.
Oh.
You don't want that.
No.
So I don't know.
So what do you guys got? What do you got planned for the rest of the day? What is your day going to hold?
I'm probably going to have to take a shower at some point and put some real clothes on. But I don't know why. I don't know why I wake up and I shower and then I put clothes on because, I'm not going anywhere.
My routine has changed. I've never been a person that makes the bed. And now every morning I get up and make the bed. There's just something about a sense of accomplishment to starting off the day. I just have to do it.
Have you watched that link? There's an old retired Army sergeant or Marine, and he talks about making your bed every morning, and the rewards that come from making your bed every morning.
No, am I supposed to get paid for this?
No, it'll be good. It's good. There is something to it, like that, like what you said, the sense of accomplishment of like I got that done. That was my, I don't know. I agree with what you're saying.
I've got little things I'm doing. I mean, like, and you guys have seen me on Facebook. I'm wearing a different hat each day. Just it's a different day. I'm going through and I'm making sure I'm wearing like some of my favorite shirts, concert shirts and things. It's just I don't know. There's little things that seem to be working for me. I grabbed a whole stack of reading material, and it's funny because you got people on Facebook that are posting all of these. Now they have lots of time to read, so they've got these books, and they're reading Lee Iacocca, and they're reading autobiographies and self-help books. And me, I'm looking at my stack right now, and it's Far Side, 3 Bloom County books, 2 Calvin and Hobbes, and 1 book that says Ask Dr. Ozzy, where Ozzy Osbourne answers all medical questions.
That's great.
Those are my reading materials.
That could be a great bit, too, for Ozzy to start giving you his coronavirus tip of the day.
I thought about it. Actually, if you go through this book and you do a tip a day, I thought about doing that for a Hairball John radio show, just doing a small little podcast. This is what Ozzy's medical tip for the day is.
That's
awesome.
Great. His new song, I think, is pretty incredible. I don't know if
and we're
John's
done.
heard it yet. Oh, he doesn't like it. I think it's great.
Yeah. He lost me with the Post Malone thing. I'm okay. It's all right. I think Ozzy's been dead for a long time.
They just keep they keep posting videos from back in the day so that people.
Yeah, Sharon just keeps pumping him full of stuff. He's like Weekend at Bernie's. He's not alive. She just keeps propping him up and having somebody do the music.
Yeah.
So what you had said though is you have different things every day. Like today's the first day that I set an alarm. And I see that working for my future is waking up at a normal time, because otherwise, like, what do you have to wake up for? Why wake up at 8:45? Why wake up at 8 o'clock? So I see that being part of it, is waking up at a normal time and coming up with some sort